another episode of Cut to the Chase, live from CULLER'S Barbershop. Real authentic. No gimmicks, no games. You know what I'm saying? That's what I enjoy, like I was telling you guys from the barbershop platform. You know what I'm saying? I think if we did this, you know, nationwide, because it goes on anyway, it'd be a special thing, you know. So yeah, let's get into it. Here's a shout out Shannon Sharp. He motivated me to do these. Okay. But yeah, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like past, present, future. Tell the people who you guys are. I know we ran into each other a million times. Me and Adrian know each other. We got the same first name. It's only few people got that name on the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, love the hoodie, love the merch, love the swag. Y'all got me already. I want a hoodie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Immediate.
Size. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Hold on real quick.
Let me tell you.
Am I XL or L? Let's go XL.
Sometimes you gotta think though.
Yeah.
How you got your hoodies that fit?
Facts.
You know? But yeah, we got you.
Yeah, so go ahead. Where y'all want to dive in? Let's go past first. Where'd y'all come from? We're just, you know, I guess shout yourself out, and then let's talk about the organization. How was it born?
Yeah.
How'd y'all get into it?
All right. Well, I'm Ron Seymour. I'm born and raised in Canton, Ohio. Past growing up here in Canton was, I mean, as a kid, to me, I thought it was cool. We was outside, so
Right.
we used our imaginations a lot. So
Facts.
we did, you know what I'm saying, whatever our imagination brought to it. So
Shout out to the kids and the youth and the imagination.
a lot of outside sports activities, a lot of outside neighborhood activities, and you know whatever else come in between that. But it was cool. You had friends that did their thing, you know. And sometimes you would get into that too, and sometimes you do your own thing. But I was one of those kids that I like to do my own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just did my own thing. But other than that, now I'm just I'm out here trying to lead the youth. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do the right thing. I want to give back. Show the kids that there's love out here from people that I know. People really do care about you, you know?
Right.
And that you can be successful and have everything that you want as long as you're doing the right thing on a positive path. You only got to you ain't got to sell drugs. You ain't got to be a dope boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you still ride nice cars and have a nice home and, you know, dress nice. As long as you're doing the right things and working and stuff. But we're trying to build entrepreneurs, you know.
Nice.
We're trying to.
You know I love that, right?
We're trying to build future judges and council members and, you know, stuff like that. We things that wasn't taught and presented to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. And you know, you got WWAP, so walking with a purpose is just basically
walking with a purpose.
Trying to
I was going to ask you to break it down because I know we've been everywhere, here and there. So walking with a purpose.
Yeah. It's basically just you know, everybody got a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we all ain't made to be the same.
Right.
So that's what we're doing, trying to get these kids to find their purpose. Present different resources and stuff like that to them so they can find their purpose and walk in it.
I love it.
Confident.
Yeah, who needs a job when you got purpose? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who needs a job?
Yeah.
The heck with a career when you got purpose.
It's a hackling career.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing, you know.
I forget who I heard say that. I was like, oh, that's
In
nice.
fire.
You know what I'm saying? Because you get to scrabbling, doing this and that, and then you're like, hold on, there's something in the inside that really want to come out for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just want
Well,
to.
you only do shoot. I mean, we talk about it all the time amongst us. You only do what's presented to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, or what you know. So if you brought up that way and this is what's going on in your environment, then it's easy for you to to choose that side. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real. That reminds me of I don't know who the guy was in the interview. Y'all might have seen it on YouTube. So he go into like all the craziest hoods in the big city. So the one that called me, he was in Philly, and I don't know. Shout out Philly.
Yeah,
Shout out. It's a barber I met. I was telling you about that barber competition world. Kenny Duncan, powerful guy, but he never told me about Strawberry Hill. I think it's called Strawberry Hill. It's like Strawberry something, but it's an area. I guess it's pretty dangerous. But they went in there and start interviewing all the young cats. You see what I'm saying? Got them to open up
a little bit.
And the sad part about it was like, there was a couple of them that caught my attention, 19, 18 years old, like, we in too deep, ain't no hope, we gotta, I get it, home is home. So the dude asked him a question, he was like, so you don't see the option that, you can move out of here to Atlanta or to wherever, Tennessee, and don't have to deal with none of this and really have a decent life or start all the way over. He was so loyal to the soil, he was so loyal to the people. That's the sad part, mentality-wise. And I'm like that, because I'm in the early stages of into the church and stuff. But, I got my own opinion of the church. But then it's like I look around and like, okay, if you say how your grandma or grandpa, things like that, they had it as a base.
Yeah.
Not that that's the answer all, but that base is no more, because we used to go in there and it was men, like soldiers. My dad was a deacon. And they all take their little deacon smoke break. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like this as a young kid.
It's all
they
about
was
the
G's.
perspective of it, though.
And they was raw cats. The cats that shake your hand and almost cut you with their ring. That type stuff. Hard hands. My dad's hands was like leather. I'm like, dang, all kind of cuts and stuff on them, Like real stuff. As I grew and you raising kids and stuff like manhood, you like, hold on, where do we see? Stuff I guess falling apart, but now we the adults already. So when I looked at that Philly thing, I'm thinking like, dang, who got these guys so entrenched where they figure it ain't no hope or they can't see outside of what's right there in front of them? That was pretty sad. And then I thought about it like, dang, can you drop me into a community like that? Or drop y'all into a community like that? And how would you know what I'm saying, mesh? Or what impact could you have? Because the work is great.
It's all about guidance, bro. Like, it's guidance out there, but it's the wrong guidance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're able to go in and lead by example, you be able to guide some people. And it don't take but one. You know what I mean? You get one, then another one will come. Like, you just gotta take your time with it. But what I mean about guidance is though, is like, they got no hope because that's all they see. That's the way they're guided. So even if they just say they go to prison, right?
Yeah.
Say they go to prison and they come home. When they come home, the environment that they come back to is this guy saying, here go a gun. This guy say, hey, let's go have these women over here. This guy over here saying, let's go rob. This guy said, here go that dope sack. You see what I'm saying?
No, that's
the guidance. That's what they kind of home to. So it really ain't no hope because that's all I know. But if you put and there's no one in the community to give you hope. But if you put you in a community or you put WAP in a community, then there's hope. You know what I mean? And that's what we come to do. We come to give every city that we approach hope. You know what I mean? So if we can show them that, hey, it is another way. I'm just like you. I came from the same space you came from. Now look, it's hope, bro, and I come to bring it back. You know what I mean? I think we'll get it. I think shit'll go moving a little smooth, bro.
That's good. So, did y'all do any of the detention homes yet?
Not yet.
In the river?
We tried.
I did y'all in Faircrest. I just did Faircrest yesterday.
I was loving it. So.
Man, I just I've been doing that on the ministry tip, but everybody can come in and doing a little get good. Shout out, I don't know if y'all know Kelly Tolles. He drives for UPS. Powerful dude. He plugged me in, but we was talking about that yesterday. The lesson I was teaching, I was like, okay, let's look at love. What does love look like? Your loved ones will put all that you just said on your lap when you get home and call it love. Because their mindset is different. We grew up all in the same neighborhoods. Like, wait a minute, so if we went down and divided the items, the gun, there's a gun spec. I know my daughter's about 3 years or something like that, right? the weed, the
coke,
crack, the pills, heroin, whatever it is, they didn't put you together.
Real nice.
But did they really put you together? So you got like almost 10 years of penitentiary time
or more.
that he sat on, or more that he sat on your lap and called it love and threw a party.
I love you.
Got you drunk, got you high, and you can't really even cope because you was so ready to go the other direction. But now it's like, it was funny, I seen on Facebook, this little dude, I forget where he's from, maybe the Cincinnati area, he was getting out of Indian River. And they pulled up, dude, you know, all his boys, put a watch on him, you know, got him together. He feeling the love. Y'all might get pulled up from here to Cincinnati. That's about 4 hours. And you went viral, you know what I'm saying, on this video in this truck, and your boys came to get you out. I guess he must have been a killer shooter. That's what I'm saying. Or look, you're at the facility.
Yeah.
They could go like this, 911, blah, blah, blah. They're headed 71 south. And it was sad because I was like, dang, we can relate, but you like, dang, we got to help fix this. Because they like to sit and duck and don't really realize they doing the best they can what they got to work with because we all grew up in that. But I'm like, dang, and dude, you happy for him. You could see the joy. He happy to get out. Who wouldn't be? But the dynamic was so crazy where I'm like, yeah, he's taking, or he's surrounded by penitentiary chances. By the time he get home, he might get another case. Unfortunately.
And on the inside, his true intention was, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna do right.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm talking about these are his true intentions. But once he got out into this, all of that's gone, bro. It's all you got. That's all I got. I don't see doing right.
In that sense too. I mean, it's hard too because now that's all that's presented to you. Right? You know what I'm saying? But it's all about the mindset. Like, you have to be strong-minded. You know, and not everybody ain't strong-minded.
And we got to think about it. You got to be the villain. These young boys. You know what I mean? These young boys.
They
So
going home to their parents, and their parents talking to them crazy.
Or broke. They need some. Now they need some money. They need. You know what I mean?
That's what I was about to say. Like,
the streets,
the boy that gave you the watch is a real Rolex or whatever, and you know he really got a couple $100,000 for real, like hard cash in real life. Whether he got any of the other stuff together, and then you got that missing father piece. You see what I'm saying?
It's a total package to come. And I was raised here, so my name is Adrian Kelly.
Yes, sir.
I was born in Texas, but I came up here when I was about 1, and I was raised here.
Never knew that.
And I'm basically a typical black man in the Canton area. Felon, prior felon, you know, went through all the ropes. Made it to high school for about a year or 2. But I was blessed to be able to make it out at a young age. Mind you, I'm 38.
Right.
So with me, when they came and got me, because let's just go back, I was sitting on my couch dormant in 2021. I always had, you know, dreams and aspiration. To deal with young men, you know, the youth overall, but I focus on the young men. That's where my bread comes from because I never had a father. So I know what it takes to mold a young man and find his purpose at a young age. Because we older guys, you know what I mean? We want them to find their purpose. You know? We want them to, you know, come up young and find it early 2021, walking with it. You know how powerful it be. So, I mean, we made it. Thank God that we got through all our trials and tribulations, but we trying to catch
Shout out to that.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. I'm a new man walking in God, so I'm in my first steps. You know
100%.
So what we're trying to do is provide these resources, like we go back to. When we get out, all we see is bad resources.
Right.
I was in the game, so I know the adversity you face.
Right.
And thank God he gave me the mental, because I caught a felony, but after that I learned off my God.
How much time did you do?
I did like 2 years.
2 years. Where did you do your time?
Belmont.
Shout out Belmont.
Yeah,
They
for
produce
sure.
a lot of barbers. They had a barber school down there.
Yep. Somebody was taking me back. I can't remember your name. Somebody was butchering me down there.
From here?
You didn't know it was down there.
Oh, and was they from Canton?
Yeah, man.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna throw some names. Don't say the name. Just be like this. Say no. I'll say the name. Cuddy?
No.
James Cutler?
Nah.
Tone, we call him Packy.
No, I know
Tone Lawson.
Tone fire.
Who else is
No, Tone with the
Miles?
beard. No.
Kelvin Miles?
No, not like saying Miles. That's that's my cousin. And I said it. You know, I do haircuts.
Yeah.
If you know me, before I grew my locks,
Yeah.
I tell you, hey, this ain't right.
But I love the fact that, like I said, 2-second shout out for the barber, or really like the career tech programs that's in the prisons.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is barbering. I only been to one prison, never been to their barber school. Actually, I don't think they got a school grafted. But itching to get inside. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any contact? Let me know, or vice versa. Because this is stuff they do need to. That's my
resources.
to get to the guys, so they got a little
Kids, they can have something to come out with and under their belt already. You know, they can utilize it out there. You know, instead of going to the streets. So,
Yeah, resources.
respect.
Man. That's what it come down to.
yes, sir.
We'll
go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
You introduce yourself, and then we'll dig a little further into it.
I'm Tony Baker. Opelika, Alabama, where I'm from. Been here a few years now. And we just whacking.
Where was I just seen an interview? I don't think he's from Alabama. Did he play for Bama? Big quarterback went to the Raiders.
Marcus Russell.
Marcus Russell. Y'all see that interview on Pivot? That's a dope one.
It probably is.
But he from Alabama though.
Is he from Alabama?
Yeah,
What part?
Mobile.
Is he? Okay. Yeah, and I think he went Alabama and then LSU.
Yeah.
Dope interview.
Yeah,
But even your accent.
talking about it.
Yeah, go watch that one on Pivot. Shout out Pivot.
Yeah,
Maybe we can link one day. You know what I'm saying?
My co-worker was just telling me about Pivot, man.
Pivot's raw, man. They
Who is it?
What is Pete?
This is
It's a podcast.
now I'm gonna mess up. RC, I guess he played for the Steelers.
Yeah, I know.
You know Fred Taylor.
Yeah.
Because RC be commentating on the ESPN and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then
Fred Taylor for Jacksonville.
right, yeah. Ran Dawson, him and Dawson.
Oh,
That's a
man.
local story.
Yeah.
Dawson was taxing.
Fred Taylor,
He's
my favorite running back, man.
Yeah, he was a dog.
Man.
And that was dope that him and Doss was a rookie and caught him a couple times. He like, man, who is this little young cat? You know, and then he messed around and got him back.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a cool thing. What else was I about to say? I forgot. Yeah, just to pivot. Somebody Chandler, a real light-skinned dude, I forget where he played, Dolphins or something. But check it out. Them is brothers that's doing this on a high level, and ain't nothing that we can't do. And that's a vision I have for myself personally, is how we can connect those outside bigger ones. If we pivot off the Hall of Fame or whatever, because there's a need there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there's about relationships. Ain't no telling.
Yeah, let us
We're
in
in
on
on
the
that.
day, man.
Yeah, facts. You know?
Let us in, man.
That's like one guy been mentoring me. If I shout out Marshall Falk, he just came in the shop. Somebody cut
I
him
think
for
I
the
did
last
see him.
2-3 years. I ain't saying he's super cool, but I can text him. You can text me
Yeah.
back. But we all human beings at the end of the day, right? So I flipped it around like, okay, regardless of what I can get from him, how can I add to him? Because the average person want to take it. That guy gave all of us something. You see what I'm saying? I cut him the morning of the Hall of Fame parade, ironically, down here behind the scenes with the floats and stuff. And he opened up. I just finished cutting my pastor, and I was cutting him. I got to introduce him. That was dope. And he said something. Now, this is maybe a 3-year relationship. Well, I'm playing young intern, which I'm cool with that. He's just getting game from Overcast. But they're from New Orleans, in the projects. I said, man, I want to go to the projects with y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm on.
All right.
If you got somebody to sponsor you, you good. You can get down to the trenches. I'm like, oh, I see what this is about. So you the person, look, as far as prayers you have, that's going to introduce me to Master P and Lil Wayne and them, because these is our folks.
Yeah.
If we was rappers or something like that, y'all might have that talent. I don't. You could connect with guys and be on some feature or something like that. So in business or community work, why can't we do the same old thing?
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Because enough of them don't really get back or don't really know how. You see what I'm saying?
And that's crazy that you say that, because that's where we most comfortable at, in the hoods, in the ghettos, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, because like when we did our first block party, it was at Memo. So
Nice.
everybody was like, oh, why y'all pick Memo? Why y'all want to do it there? It's too
why
much
not?
stuff going on.
Why not?
Why not?
Need
Why
it.
not?
And it went and it was successful. No problems, no, you know what I'm saying? Everybody came out, had a good time, you know what I'm saying?
I think
Kids.
I heard about how long ago was that?
That was last year.
Oh,
That's
last year.
wow.
That was the first one.
That's powerful.
Coming back this year.
Coming back this
Every
year.
year, we'll have 4 block
April
parties every time,
27,
every year.
2025.
That's dope. That's dope. And then, real quick on the Marshall Falk thing, we could see. Y'all have to hold me to that. I'm just going
Right.
through my head because he was like, he said something that I never heard him say when he was chopping it with my pastor. Like, you know, what type of community work you do. They having a little conversation, right? And he was like, actually, no, I ain't so much into the church, but I have a boys' home. I don't know if it's a group home or like a school or what. I gotta dig the rest of that out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up.
That ain't making extra promises, but y'all hold me to that. We can all do that together.
Yeah, no,
Somehow
yeah.
and be in New Orleans. I never been there, but you know, little stuff, leveraging these relationships, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's dig a little further in. So that's who you guys are. So talk to me about walking with a person or walking with a purpose. Sorry, WAP. Give me the history on that. Out of all the names you could have picked up, where did it come from? How'd y'all give birth to that?
I mean, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
And how many years ago, I guess?
This is gonna be our second year. We're 2 years in April.
Oh, okay. So
So
when I was
come
first
on, man.
meeting y'all,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't.
fresh.
That wasn't even. We was doing the church
Yeah, we hadn't
podcast.
started.
Remember, we was about
Yeah.
to exchange. We was like, we can come on a church podcast and
Yeah.
go on here. And,
yeah,
But
podcast to
feet was
podcast.
dancing on
Yeah,
the
you came out with the camera, didn't you?
but I had already. I'm gonna go back about some years. You know what I'm saying? 2021 around there. I was trying to do my own mentoring thing. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It didn't fall through his plan. And Bro was on his journey on. He had multiple businesses and was already doing his own thing. He had a restaurant, cleaning business, and you know he had other stuff going on. And you know, mind you, he got 4 kids at the house, so he was trying to find his way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't from here. You know what I'm saying? So he trying to find his way. So I say about like a year passed. Yeah, you got to be like a year passed, and he's like, bro, come on, I'm ready. Let's do this. I'm trying to fuck with these kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's like that. So you know, he's like, we got to come up with a name, with the whoop. You know what I'm saying? And one thing led to another, and he was like, bro, we need something with purpose in it. You know what I'm saying? And it got to stand out. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, boom, walking with a purpose. So I was like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? We running with it. Like, that's like when he said it, it was like, it's stamped. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? Especially for what we doing. We messing with these kids. Like, boom, let's do
Just
it.
cover everything.
Yeah,
One
so-
bang, bang.
You don't want to think
like
too hard. It's something that you ain't,
yeah.
because you know, you would think hard on a name, like trying to make it make sense, but
Trying to
it be
convince
right
people.
there. You know
Person,
what
it was
I'm
just
saying?
like it was just
God.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
God.
Let's
It
just get it
God, yes, that's what it was. It was God. It was just
So
we didn't have to.
boom, we took off with it, and it like we hit the ceiling hard. Like people like y'all, wow, y'all, what is y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all came from out of nowhere, and like, you know what I'm saying? And we were starting off with just doing a little stuff with like the kids, and we'd do like little. We was doing a father and son, father and daughter brunch. You know what I'm saying? And
Mother,
it, just,
son.
it took off from there, and
I think we did the mother daughter dinner first.
Did y'all connect with Fatherhood Initiative? Yeah.
Coalition or initiative?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Fatherhood. Who?
It used to be Robert Prince. He died.
What is it now?
Fatherhood Initiative. When you just said fathers and
Oh yeah.
you know,
no,
we
no,
do
Fatherhood.
yeah.
Fatherhood.
Coalition.
Coalition.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, say I'm fit.
But
Tell them that,
is they still around though?
I think the local cat who was Matt Lytle.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
coalition. Yeah. Shout out to
Fatherhood.
Matt.
Yeah,
Man. Shout out to
yeah,
Matt.
Matt Lytle.
Yeah, we partnered with
I'm pressing pretty hard if he get a hold of this interview.
No, he-
Only because I knew Mr. Prince
Right.
Yeah.
and how they be playing games
Right.
and stuff like that, you know, and grants running out in and out and they taking his idea. But, you know, Matt Harmless, he got caught, he's caught in the
Yeah.
crossfire of that stuff. 'Cause this
Cool
is-
guy, man. He's
Yeah.
strictly about the kids,
Yeah, he's
man.
dedicated.
And-
One man army.
and trying to connect these fathers and stuff, man. So y'all fathers, man, y'all get out here. We even got events for the fathers coming up. So we got a Ties and TR event, something like the
Okay.
Mother Son Prom, but it's a father and
What's it
daughter.
called? Ties and
tiaras, yeah. So
Father's Day.
We definitely gonna drop some flyers on
promoting for that, that's in June. So
okay.
you know what I'm saying, if you got any daughters, bro, or nieces, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
I got 5
granddaughters, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Get up,
Nieces
get
and
it, come
stuff.
out, man, have some
Okay.
fun,
It's a beautiful thing.
Even if not, even if you want to come out and volunteer and help us with it,
Oh,
whatever,
for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's cool too. But that's how pretty much how we came up with it. And then once we came up with that, first you seen it was just me and Tone, but now we got a team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about a team now.
Yeah,
so,
y'all strong.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
taking it serious.
Oh,
It ain't enough of us. You already know.
Right.
We
Yeah,
playing around back and forth. Even my little ups and downs with this podcast.
Just
in
like
my
you
brain,
saying, man,
you want to keep pushing.
Yeah.
with these kids, like you showing them stuff or whatever. We doing stuff that these kids see on TV, like being on the red carpet, getting awards, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff like that. Like
Talk to me about that, because didn't y'all do like an award show or something like that?
well, we was invited to several award show,
Award
ceremonies.
That's why I sent y'all
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Facebook
yeah,
or something.
The gala.
Gala.
Yeah, that was dope. That was a
Richmond,
nice look.
Richmond. Shout out to
Put it like
Richmond.
this. Yeah, respect Miss Betty, but y'all caught my attention.
Right.
Maybe it was something I can
Yeah,
understand.
man, that's what we
When I see y'all,
trying
it made me stop and watch.
Stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that too,
They show
bro.
the kids, they see it, they like, oh, they was at this, they was doing this, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that night, we got 3 awards.
Oh, nice.
We didn't even know it at first when we got up there to receive them, but we got 3 awards that
That's how it
night.
usually work. If you just
Right.
write down and
Down,
do the
man.
work. That's it.
Head down,
Yeah,
man.
man.
And I came a year later, so I seen these guys. And me and Ron grew up together. We grew up on the same street,
Yeah.
playing in Highland. So I've been around Ron. I met Tom through Ronnie, and I just touched Tom's hand. I don't know if you ever seen the one with the dude where they be arguing, but they be giving compliments. That's how I felt when I with my brother. You know what I mean? And we just passed. Hey, how you doing, brother? I'm glad to see eye contact. Ain't want nothing weird. Like, dude, fire.
So,
you know what I mean? Just off the first initiative. So they came and got me, man. I can't be more blessed, like I said, because I was on my couch with all this ambition and knowing what I wanted to do. And Ron had already put it together.
I seen you on your way anyway. We catch each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And so that's powerful.
And that's what I want these young boys to know, that they can transition while facing adversity every day. Because that's what I did. Like I was around. I was out there. You know what I mean? So to change while it's constantly in your face, it's hard, but it can be done, and that's why we have to get these resources so we can keep these youth attention. We're not gonna act like you can just say do this without no money or we want these resources so we can say, hey, do this. You can be making the same ass, with more character, without looking over your shoulder. You know what I mean? So we definitely just trying to catch them early and give them this mentality that we got at so late in the game.
Yeah, that's good. Shout out Lucas.
Oh, Lucas.
Tyndale. Was that the same clip?
Yeah.
I seen it. Where he was interviewing y'all at the awards.
Yeah, best interview.
I'm telling you, man, they crazy.
Great interview.
No, I'm following his lead. It's all good.
Yeah.
I don't really do this.
No, we
I
don't
can't
take
do
from
this.
each other.
You know what I'm saying?
But definitely look
They
at you as
motivated
a
me.
model, though, bro.
Oh,
They
100%. We don't do the same. When I met y'all, that's the way I'm wired anyway. Like podcast to podcast.
Yeah.
That'd be like if you interviewed. Okay, go back to it like a Lil Wayne.
Right.
Who did you look up to growing up, and shout out all the artists that you currently respect and admire? Unless you got pride in the way, get that man his respect. Because it takes faith to jump out and do what y'all doing, anything. You don't know where this thing going. So I respect people like Lucas. You see what I'm saying? To step out, especially in a city like this, where it can seem a little like you got an eyeball in the middle of your head. You go to another city and it's average. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to get it done. I was telling him, I said, hey, let me take notes off of you, and I'll shout you out, So shout out Lucas.
Shout out Lucas, man. And
the whole crew.
The crew. Because he developed a nice crew.
I watched them in motion, so we need that for the city, man.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's a little bit about the past. You even gave me some present stuff y'all been doing. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or any of y'all want to talk about? that y'all presently involved? There was block parties.
We got block parties. We got mother son prom. We got the father, the Titan Tiaras. We got 1,000 youth walk in Alabama in April. Also another 1,000 here.
Hold on. Walks in Alabama?
We got walk. We got walk in Alabama.
You know about the 1,000 youth walk that we did last year in October? I don't know if you heard or not. We did 1,000 youth walk last year in October.
Where at?
In the monument.
At the monument. I did hear about that.
Okay, so we're gonna do the walk down in Alabama and from where he from, Opelika.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, and connect it like that, because
1,000 youth walk. What's the date on that? Y'all got a date?
April 5th.
April 5th. Wow.
yeah, it's fire.
And this is your hometown, correct?
Yes, sir.
Nice. I love it.
And we got alumni day too this year.
Yeah.
It's our first alumni day event.
Going out to eat, Mr. Clark.
Get on.
Get him another can. Get him another.
It's gonna be in June.
I love it, man. Only because, okay, I'm gonna go Bible real quick. The Bible say, faith without works is dead. Okay, so we can beat people down. That's why the city dead, the church is dead. We know what dead look like. Let's talk about the other way.
Right.
What brings this thing to life?
Life.
Resuscitated.
If faith without works is dead, that means if you start doing some things, it brings that faith.
Do some
about.
work.
And
Yeah.
I think it's contagious. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
How like everybody winning around, you like, I'm getting me some of this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that. Y'all executing, especially in the
Good
city.
word.
That's it. In a city that says you can't. Sometimes I think we live in Canton. Like Canton.
Yeah.
Cannot.
Yeah.
Cannot.
Yeah.
Because it got that cloud. But you can go to the other side of town or talk to the right person.
Yeah.
And they're saying you can. I'm one of them guys. It get exhausting. If everybody else is saying you can't, you gotta like go get fueled up somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, so I can appreciate that. Moving, creating some motion, I think
We just trying to hit every base, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We just trying to load the bases. That way can't nobody say
everybody's face
it ain't
too.
nothing
Yeah.
to do.
And Canada's the only place that need it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Canada's the
I
only place that
appreciate
need
that.
it. We trying to go global with this thing, man. Like a lot of people, me, I always been a traveler, mover, been here, there, and I go dolo. I'm by myself wherever I go. You know what I mean? To different cities and states and stuff. But it's like everybody's so focused on like, I don't know if they're looking at us like we just mom and pop type organization or what, but this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course, we right here. This our community, so of course we're gonna attack here first.
Yeah.
But like, it's places everywhere that need the same, they need watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't just this ain't that. And then with me, I haven't did nothing here in Canton to where I'm obligated to give back, right?
Right.
But my children are here. I stay here, so that's why I do what I do. But I'm focused on I need to go home where I took from.
Yeah.
I need to go home where I caused havoc and save my people. You know what I'm saying?
Dope, though, because what I'm saying, this is raw because they from here.
Right.
So you can tell somebody your name is Joe Schmo. They can be like, how you doing, Joe?
How you doing, Joe?
But y'all get to go to his hometown. That's
Yeah.
a dope feel. I remember when I moved to
Put
Atlanta.
it together so crazy.
Yeah, it's like you ain't got no old stuff attached. You can go in and just do the work. You know, which I love that. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Damn, you got so much going on in my head. No, I don't know if I can make it, so I don't want to overpromise, but I love to do stuff like that. Like just pop up in a whole nother town.
And then, bro, we leaving there. Like, this is, again, we're forming chapters of WAP. We have a whole other, WAP with a Purpose is there right now.
Oh, okay.
They there. They got events. They can do events. Whatever it is, the same thing we do here, we're plugged in and connected there. You know what I mean? Once we leave there, we're going to Atlanta. Once we leave there, we're going to Florida. Like, we're going to all these different spots that we got openings to right now and plug in.
I know some barbers in Atlanta, a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, for real.
Where I took my, what was it? I was there 2 years, from 02 to 04. So that's home away from home.
Killer,
Right.
man. Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
But
You definitely go shoot you some flyers in. So you
Oh,
can
Yeah, no, we gonna flood it.
Like,
I see the spacing.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you one. You have to remind me or ask me. Bobby Henderson, Gucci Man and Barber, Ludacris Barber. That would be one. It'd be an honor for me to connect with him. He's in the trenches. Pull it up on YouTube in his old project, doing haircuts and stuff. Some solid guys I met down in there. So that's good stuff. We did a project at the Atlanta Braves Stadium, but it was like anybody who's anybody giving away something. From Martin Luther King, so from LL to heck, Waka Flocka, you know, just different people popping up. But the interesting thing is when the cameras left, you could see who really was authentic.
Right.
Some people just did it for the, you know how they give it back?
Yeah.
Look, cameras gone, they gone.
They gone, yeah.
And you like, this is crazy. But I never forget, they was like, you know, stuff we take for granted here, as far as the need.
Right.
It's everywhere, right?
Right.
Atlanta Braves Stadium, that sound fancy, but you in the trenches. So they gave us a little pep talk. The age rate is this is that, blah, blah, blah. There go the gloves, there go the hand sanitizer.
Yep.
And you like, dang, I could get A's today? Not making light of it, but the reality.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
On some real stuff, a lot of the things that we see on TV be right in the hood. But we don't even know that because they only showing the stuff, the good stuff on, you know what I'm saying? Like the White House, that's in the hood.
You know what I'm
saying? Like it's crazy, bro. I went to when I went to LA, like the Staples Center, where they play basketball, it's in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, you got people homeless sleeping outside, right around the stadium, all that. You know what I'm saying?
That was the thing that tripped me out because the dude was like, look at the line outside, blah blah blah, right before we start, 8, 9 in the morning. And they was like, we're gonna ask you the same question at the end of the day. It's 5:30, and they look like you ain't even put a dent in it. And it's a ton of people.
Yeah.
The barber school I was going to, you got that school, a couple schools, all kind of other people helping. And you exhausted, but you look outside and you like, dang, it's like it was in the morning. You forget that problem or the issue. Like I remember around Thanksgiving at our church, what's the name, the pastor took us down to 9th Street Park, right down the street here. And it was homeless. I don't know if you ever seen that, living in tents. Like their own little community right here, like next to the highway. They got the stream, they use the water. I mean, that was creative.
Right.
If I'm down,
if I need to do it.
They get together, bonfires and stuff like that. And I was like, dang, we gotta need, you know, even outside of the hood, even on the homeless side, here more than I realized. And I'm like, I got some pictures on my phone where
I never seen it. That's why I said for real.
And they underneath the bridge. They underneath the bridge right here on 6th
LA,
Street.
they
got their own
like Skid Row.
Right.
I've never been to LA, but I always heard about Skid Row, seen that stuff.
Okay,
You
I'm
been
gonna
there?
tell you a story about that, bro.
Yeah.
So I went to LA. The first time I went to LA, there's so many homeless people living on the streets and stuff. So you don't really know where you at when you walking and just walking around. So me and my cousin, we actually walking down Skid Row. But it's so many, we don't even know until we get to dinner to the end, and we're like, hold on, bro, like, because these folks looking at us crazy, like, what y'all doing walking down here? You know what I'm saying? And so we get down, so far down towards the end, and we look at you like, bro, I think we on Skid Row, bro. Like, this is, because it's too many.
You just stumbled up on it.
Yeah, they got like a whole,
home.
It's a whole strip, bro. Where it's nothing but on each side of the, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but tents and homeless people, and they got their own little community. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they share, they fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? And but
like that's their house.
But that's but you don't need to be over there. Like, so if you over there, it's like, what it's either you giving something or whatever, but you don't need to be over there, or because they think that if you coming over there, you taking from them.
Yeah, that's how the dude was down here. And I ain't, you know, we was harmless, but still, they could be
that's
going
how
off
they think,
or whatever.
though.
Dude came out with the 2
Yeah.
machetes.
Like, what
I'm
you
like,
going
oh,
over?
fuck, it's cool. Like you coming into a tribe.
But like this, you see one in your hood though.
That's
You
it.
see somebody pocket in your neighborhood, you like, man, hold up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's like even go back to the stuff I was watching on YouTube that spot in Philly, whatever it was, Strawberry Hill, the dude strapped with bullets like Rambo, AR-15, you know. And I'm like, dang, but he like 19, but it's like on guard, like we locked in. This is our tribe. From this street to this street, this is what it is. I never forget his nickname was Mr. Disrespectful, like kind of a corny nickname, but he like.
That's what I'm saying. But
then he start sharing his pain, and you can identify
with Mr. Disrespectful.
Yeah,
so this man and channeling that energy. That's all we trying to catch him early.
Frontline soldier.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But if we could, you know what I mean, he could do whatever he wants.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what I mean, so.
Because he was that bold. You know what I'm saying? And he like all in. But he was. You could see the fear too. Like you wearing that.
But then think of you got a group of, just how we got a group of people that's homeless or whatever, you got a group of people that's negative or whatever, violence, whatever. Just think, now I'm at the point in my life where I'm trying to be around a group of people who's positive and that got something going on,
Right.
that's trying to build and grow, you know what I'm saying? So just think of us just having like 100 to 200 people that's on that, you know what I'm saying? Like strong, you know what I'm saying? Number wise, and we could really do something, bring some change around, not even just Kenton, but
around the neighborhoods, period.
man,
Urban
everywhere,
community.
everywhere,
Everywhere.
I love it.
and that's all we trying to do, man. Like it's easy for us to get out here and fuck with the kids, excuse my language, but fuck with the kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when it comes to these adults, we're not trying to mentor no adults.
Mm-hmm.
We trying to connect, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and partner, you know what I'm saying, as long as you on the same page as us, or you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to be about the kids, just on something positive, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like let's build and grow together, you know what I'm saying, because it's eventually, like you said, it's contagious, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get people that want to be around that.
I'm gonna go back to that made me think of Men of Canton. When we
Yeah,
first kicked that
yeah.
off. I almost hated because it wasn't about that you had to come up with a name. You know, once you got to do the 501c and stuff like that. I'd rather call it nothing. I'm just saying because I want to be more about addressing the need, and you know the powerful thing. I forget when we first started, it was more like, just call it nothing. Incorporated, nothing incorporated. We got it together. Well, it was that deep to me. Like, here we go with this, and people gonna think he's trying to do this and that. That ain't what this is. It's trying to just give a platform to help everybody. I got my own business. I got my own life, my own gifts, talents. Everybody does. But it was like the platform to help people connect the dots
To bring people together.
to launch their businesses or whatever, right? And bring people together, resources, and all that. But when we got together, and our approach was more get the men. You follow me? And then help connect them to their babies. Because, you know, there's a huge disconnect, whatever. And almost like on some Army stuff. Show me the men in the city, I'll tell you the condition of the city. We do that from a hood standpoint. Them cats is killer. You go over there, you know, Chicago. I remember the first time I went to Chicago, I was playing ball in Iowa at a junior college. So a couple of my teammates from Chicago, you get a chance to go home with them and stuff. Man, that stuff was wow. It was cool to see, but I'm like, yeah, right. I can't walk across the street to the corner store. Look, my dude's dad was like, I would do that if I was you. They got a little chicken joint like Mr. G's with the bars in the window. It was funny because the chicken was crispy. I mean, it was seasoned, you know, black folks, our folks, but they had two flavors, hot and mild. Hot was hot sauce, and mild was hot sauce mixed with ketchup. It was funny, but it was our fault, but they were selling them plates. But if you walk across the street without my son, you asking for anything you don't get. That's what the dad was saying. I'm like, man, this is our folks. You know it don't go like that. You see what I'm saying? Because it's territorial.
And it's like 11 steps across the street.
Going across the street. You know, I know how to carry myself, at least I think, but it let you know. I'm going to shout out the rapper Common said that. He was like, is it, what do you say, why do we gangbang or something for survival, or is it because we tribal? I like that little bar, like we territorial, and it remind me of that because their stuff is sectioned off, no different than another city or even this city, but it was like from this street to this street, it's black pea stones, from this street to that street, but it went back generations, and it was powerful because my dude's dad was like, real big dude, played the league somewhere, but he drive for the bus, you know. He was like, I'm a black pea stone, my dad was, my granddad, but really, it was never about that gang stuff. We had to police our own neighborhoods. You couldn't trust the whites, couldn't trust the Italians. So from this place to this is our little community, and we're gonna protect our own. Same thing now, right? We lose that and then fall into the trap and shoot each other and stuff like that.
You get weird,
Go ahead, you got something?
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, I think about it all the time, but why we gotta be known for something bad? Like I'm not be known for something good.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
From this street to this street, we made our own peanut butter or something that's some black history stuff. This is what we, Because we do that in our communities. Over on this side of town, they got all the weed. Or over on this side of town, they have all this. Rather than this side of town, you know, they
But
own
it's not,
all the
it's,
real shit.
and that's real, that's the plan.
Yeah.
That's how they want it to be, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
let's bring it together, because I don't see, like, now, we've been talking about racism for,
Yeah, back there to the left.
we've been talking about racism for years, you know what I'm saying? Let's not even, I don't even worry about racism no more, because it's there, it's gonna be there, it's
You
gonna
can't
have
change
that,
that.
you can't
Yeah.
change that, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about what we can change.
Let's talk about what we
I'm
can
gonna take
change.
it. All right, past, present, future. You know who you are. Ryan Seymour, if any of you guys just chiming in. Adrian Kelly, Tony Baker, and I said the last name right, Baker, correct?
Sir.
From Alabama. What part of Alabama? That's
Opelika, Opelika.
We down there in April. I can't wait to go.
yeah, I've never been. I've been to not Mobile. Which one closer to Atlanta? Birmingham. Real quick though.
Yeah.
It was like because I was living in Atlanta, went there, but didn't really get to get down into to get down.
So
You know
we in
what
the
I'm saying?
same county. We like next door to Auburn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So
Well, I never heard of
so
the
it's like
city,
Opelika, Auburn, Tuskegee, Montgomery, Phoenix
Wow.
City,
Mine,
shit like that.
monumental cities, man.
Yeah.
They surround.
Where was Bloody Sunday? Was that Alabama?
Yeah,
You hip to that?
yeah, I know about it.
Man, I found out about that 2-3 years ago. Just
Yeah.
Googling some stuff. I said, what?
Yeah,
It was so bad. Was it Martin Luther King?
yeah, Selma.
Selma. And I said, it was so bad. They nicknamed it Bloody Sunday?
Yeah.
That's
They
crazy.
slaughter.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
you see they don't take their time with their names. You see they can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Straight up.
Look, I know it was tragic.
That's what I want.
I know it's tragic, but it like on the education, filling in the
Right.
blank stuff we didn't learn,
Yeah.
especially up here in Northeast
Yeah.
Ohio.
Right.
Yeah,
So it was
man.
raw to me.
Yeah.
What is this? It drew my attention. Now I'm,
Researching.
reading down in there. That be you almost want to put pictures up or wear them on hoodies or something.
Yeah.
And not them as tragic things, but I'm kind of wired that way. Where you almost, because they act like it never happened.
Yeah.
You almost want to be like some of the pictures where they was tarred and feathered
No, you have
Yeah.
to,
and lynchings.
Yeah.
Something to make people go,
but you have to.
I don't think people up here really know the magnitude. I mean, the older generation because they
Yeah.
ran up here, but as far as like the younger generation, I don't think they really know the magnitude of the South.
Yeah.
Like,
And see, I really
our
don't-
people
yeah.
really went through and still going through. Like, we still got sundown towns.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
See, y'all come from. See, my dad he wasn't South, but he was country. They came from the country outside of St. Louis, so they had pictures like we go over to Mississippi,
Right.
like how we drive through the cornfields. It's real cotton
Yep.
fields. So he really picked cotton, but it was
Yeah.
like summer job, and they'd be joking with each other. Or we see my grandma like, is she a real slave?
Yeah.
Like shotgun behind the door type.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting this
But
money.
she was if you look in her face, strong features. She was not playing, but you had to be like that, you know. And we couldn't totally relate.
It
We
was
just
it was
kinda wired
raised
down.
different back then. Not them
Yeah.
real survival like
Yeah,
back then.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like our
Yeah.
grandparents and stuff. Like especially if they came from the South. Like that was real survival. Like
Yeah.
hard times. You know what I'm saying?
Names
So
like my grandma's name was Jimmy Lee.
My
Yeah, yeah.
My grandma's name is Lily Mae.
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
with two first names.
Jimmy Lee wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I need to put a picture over here of Jimmy Lee.
His name behind their dads.
Ain't that tough?
Juniors. The women be juniors.
Yeah. Yeah, almost like who ran this situation? My granddad was a real smooth guy, you know.
No, grandmama ran the shit. Granddaddy still went to work. You know what I mean?
You know.
But grandmama definitely ran.
But I like that. We got to get back to that because it's basically like owner and manager,
Right. Yeah.
the family dynamic.
Right.
That been so destroyed and watered down. You know it's strategic. You see what I'm saying? And
and why the kids is the way they is.
right. So I do an illustration back to Faircrest, right? Because you've always read stuff like prison, different things is attached to all the statistics attached to fatherlessness and father outside the home, yada yada, right? So I'll be like, okay, let's see if this is
That
true.
ain't always real. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, I understand. They stats versus their pencil with the
Yeah,
stats.
yeah,
I get that.
yeah.
But you do see an interesting dynamic. My little experiences. Let's see how true it is. Let's get a show of hands. Who all grew up in the household? Well, who all knew their dad? Raise a hand. Right? Okay. And then we'll go and this be inside, whether we're doing it here or
Right.
inside the detention home. And I'm like, okay, who all grew up in the household with their dad? Less numbers though, right?
Yeah.
You guys are ahead
Yeah,
of
no,
us.
in-house. You see how, and you had an excellent dad.
Yeah.
The in-household is a,
In-house.
Right.
that is,
See,
it's
look,
different.
my hand didn't
Mine
go
was
up.
in-house.
Yeah.
Well, no, mine started off.
Yeah.
I tell you the house we grew up in, you know where Subway is on Duber?
Yeah.
The gray house across the
Park,
street.
right off of Park and Second.
He was sergeant in the military,
Mm-hmm.
get to drinking, he think we the Vietcong.
Uh-huh.
One of them stories,
Right.
blackout. I'll kill all y'all,
Yeah,
that type
right.
deal.
Stand down.
For real, they didn't do them guys right. But we ended up, my mom and dad split up, they black and whites, sent us to that plantation, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Couple years, now we out at Ellisdale, right? 20-some years of our life. But look, so my dad was a sergeant in the military, right? And we grew up in the project. It's backwards, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we ended up sharing a dad. He lived outside the household, but was always there with our whole hood. You know, the cats that grew around. Like, take like a Pootie Woo, for example.
Yeah.
I was tripping the other day, and you know, we like brothers. Who the heck is Pootie Woo? That had to be a raw.
No, listen,
We never met him in my
yeah.
life. You know, Chris Davis, right?
Yeah.
So them was the older cats in our neighborhood. What was Davis?
Yeah.
Never
Not a
met him in
clue.
my life. But then you look at the dynamic, and you like, wow, we shared a dad. Regardless of my mom and dad on the soldier side, he like, basically, you just gonna have to tolerate it. I'm gonna be here for my kids. He's pulling up all the time. He was definitely in our life. I'm like, man, he never lived inside.
Yeah.
He was in Ellisdale.
And that took a lot of effort for him to do that, man. That's why dudes be like, if I ain't living there, I ain't. You gotta be a dedicated dad to say, no, you still ain't about to take away from it.
And it wasn't until I became a dad. And I remember this old, I don't know where I found it at or heard it at, but they was like, it's usually not until a son realizes, how's it go? It's not until a son realizes that half the stuff his dad was telling him is true, that his kids would think he's absolutely crazy. So you might not get it then, basically. And it didn't take until I was an adult start having kids. I'm like, dang, this
You
guy
must
is
go.
legit.
You must come into the experience before you even speak on it.
Yeah, and I'm like, dang, I had it wrong like a mug, you know? But anyway, so where y'all want to go? Y'all want to dig in a little? We did past, we did present. What's present going on? Let's talk future. What's the future for WWAP that y'all can see? I know y'all got the calendar full, more than full, sound like for 2025.
Yeah, like Tony said, man, we just trying to go as many places as we can, man. We've been doing it on our own, man, out of our own pocket. So I think we proved the purpose and the passion behind it. You know what I mean? So, like Tony said, man, we just trying to take it wherever it's able to be accepted at, man. We ain't backing down. We're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Because this is our purpose. You know what I mean? We want to put people in positions so that we can fall back and have creative thinking and other things. But yeah, we trying to take off.
I love it.
All our aimers.
Shout yourself out real quick if somebody just chiming in. Where can they catch y'all at? Social media, any of that? Put that out there. Somebody.
You can check our web page out. We got a website, www.wwwapvillage.com. That's www.wwwapvillage.com. Check us out on Facebook, where we probably most popping at. That's at Walking with a Purpose. You can check out Alabama page out. That is WAP AL. My personal social handle is LaTony Baker on Facebook. We also on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Man, we everywhere, man.
Love the name, man. We'll pop up.
Just love the name, man.
I love it.
We up there.
So website www.WAP
Village.
WWAPvillage.com.
Correct.
All right. Can we get merch there?
Yes, sir.
I know
You can
more
get
than one person want merch.
We doubling back. Yeah.
Merchandise
So,
on the website.
shout out to the merch again.
Yeah,
Shout out to
shout out our
the
Florida board.
A soft but very powerful flex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And everybody should have a
Who designed the hoodies? You did?
I actually did the design, and
Yeah,
he
that's
did
fine.
the work.
the stitch.
Yeah.
Put that.
Sure.
You know how to put it on there.
It's talking to me.
Absolutely.
So I keep shouting it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there, you definitely can get merch off the website, or you can inbox us or email or.
Pretty soon, man, we're gonna have the whole city whopping, man. We trying to make this thing
Epidemic.
epidemic, man.
I love it.
We growing, man. We just
Spread. Take
we
over.
starting to get the love from the people now, you know.
Mhm.
They starting to see that we ain't playing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see y'all regardless of what I know of y'all. I see y'all. Tell you another one, and I'm sure y'all can relate. I'm gonna take you back to a moment maybe a little over a year ago. Remember
Banquet.
that? Banquet.
Bank football bank. We
Oh.
just did another one.
That blessed me, guys. For real. No. Only because, okay, Skinny, right?
Right.
Shout out Skinny, Byron Hatcher, you know, trying to get into public speaking and different things like that. So you're like, bro, got my first gig. You know, kind of type of deal. So he was asking for that's my dog. He was kind of asking for like a little bit of support, which is real. We all need that, right?
Right.
So like, man, that's a blessing. You even look at me like, I got
Right,
you.
for sure.
He like, no, just really open up for me, and then I'll take it from there, right?
Yeah. Set me up real nice.
That's what it is,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, bet. And then I get up there and I was nervous. No, you know how that go. That's how that go. Whatever, you don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
But once I got there, y'all had my nephew on the team,
Yeah.
Young Nas.
Yeah.
And it took me back to when I was coaching.
Yeah.
Ain't that tough?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Now you
Bro.
up there.
And I'm like, wow, the
Yeah.
years went by, so you know, you can always get something out of
Right.
anything, but it was a blessing because I remember y'all. I'm just giving you your flowers,
Appreciate
right?
it.
I said, so man, what prompted y'all to do this? Y'all just did it because they wasn't having a banquet. Am I correct?
Yep.
And say, you know what? Rather than, this is what I got out of it, and this is me shouting y'all out. Rather than sitting back and complaining like everybody else do,
Let's
they
just
said,
do
you
it.
know what? It seemed like y'all like, you know what? We can do this, man.
Yeah, that's how it is.
That's how everything we do.
That was
Yeah.
solid,
Like we,
solid.
and see that's,
Because you know the average person complain.
bro, that's my thing with
That's
the city.
trash.
Like
You could have did something.
they scream, he's not from here, he's not from here, but y'all sit back and complain and talk about what's not here, but y'all not doing nothing about it. And I'm pretty sure y'all been all y'all life
That's
doing the
the
same
dynamic
complaining.
of it.
You know what I mean? So it's
Because
like,
it's not from here.
I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
if I see a need, we're gonna make it happen.
It's
And
powerful.
look, that's why I keep talking about the
Yeah,
swap.
yeah.
The scripture, look, the scripture I'm thinking of,
Real cord.
even
Quick
Jesus
mind.
Christ himself,
Yeah.
look, was not given his honor in his own home.
Yeah.
Actually is a negative but positive thing depending on which way you look at it, because that means LeBron James can go to Walmart on Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many haters that they're gonna leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
He probably can't go to Walmart in LA.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
I would guess without the paparazzi and everything,
Right.
because people know your past. They're like, oh, that's little Bron
Yeah.
from the whatever.
Yeah.
No, that's billionaire Bron.
Yeah, that made it from.
Right.
Yeah.
I always say Akron, as far as the Bron conversation. Come on, man, cut it out. Around here in the barbershop, if we was in a big city, that's the other side of town.
Yeah.
That's the north side of
Yeah,
town.
for real.
It's 20 minutes that way.
For sure.
And so you got a guy that's from here
Yeah.
that made it to that level, and all you can do is
It's
cut it
17
down.
minutes.
Yeah,
Can't go with that.
Yeah.
Can't go with
No,
that.
no.
You know?
You're right.
But yeah, so that's love. But to your point, Kelly, in terms of you not from here, that's why I'm excited. You know,
Yeah.
whether I end up there or not with y'all, what it look like when you swap around. They're not from your hometown. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
And
treat.
that's what make it so powerful, bro, and so
Yeah.
magical because, man, like seeing. Okay, I'm gonna take you back some years, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take you back. I'm gonna take us back. How long it's been since George Floyd? How long was that? What, 6 years ago? Five,
Or at
6
least
years?
5, I think.
About that,
So they're down here protesting, doing all that protesting stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get people, you know what I'm saying? You got people out there that's out there just to be out there, and you got people out there that's really for real about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we out there, you know, protesting, whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? And now the police coming out, they coming out with tanks and tear gas and all that. You know what I'm saying? Now you got dudes out here from the streets, from the, you know what I'm saying, that's supposed to be street, you know what I'm saying? gang married, whatever, and
The tanks pulled up.
they pulled up. And the man wants to, we gotta go, bro. Like, let's go. Like, nah, bro, I'm out here. I've been out here for 3 days. You ain't gonna pull me and tell me, nah, bro, we gotta go. I've been out here for 3 days, bro. Like, this is real to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so once I seen that, and I'm like, I'm cool, man. I'm cool on that because y'all ain't for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I stand for is what I stand for. I'll die about this. I'll die about these kids, you know what I'm saying? So if I ain't with nobody that feel the same way about me, that's passionate about, like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people here in Canton that's like that. That's all talk, all.
You definitely filter them out.
We need to do this. We need to do that.
You know what I mean?
We'll do it.
It's so pure. You can't wait. I just talked to AD. He wasn't feeling. No, man, we wake up on this, bro. Call me at 6. Hey, listen, bro. Me. Yeah. Dang, me. You know what I mean? Boys is really active, man. Behind closed doors, man. We just make it look good. We rock it good. But boys is definitely beating their feet, man. We got that higher source behind us, believe it or not.
So everybody guessing. Y'all just gave you the cue. I feel like this is the cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase, then. Cut to the chase.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. So if we was to cut to the chase, look over your past, what you guys have on the calendar presently, and then even in the future, it looks bright. So I talked about that peace speaking to me, that purpose, right? And being willing to die for it. So let's touch on that. If I was to ask you a pure question, we cut to the chase, where does this really stem from, and why is it run so deep where you're willing to die for it?
Me, for me, I didn't really have a childhood, so that's why I have so much fun doing with these kids now, because I guess I'm getting it back. I had to grow up kind of fast and be a man before my time. I was one of these trouble youth. I've been to the juveniles. I stayed in the projects. I was the less fortunate, you know what I mean?
Right.
So for me to go through, and I got a whole story to tell that's later or whatever, but for me to go through everything I've been through, to make it here, to have kids, raise them up, and being able to have full control of my kids,
Right.
It kind of makes me, okay, so what I'm doing is practice. This practice, but I got 4 kids at home, so WAPing is practice for me to go back home to make sure my kids great. So if I can go out here and make it great for other people's kids, then I know I'll be the perfect dad for mine. You know what I mean? So now it's like I'm doing it every day. So by being every day doing it, it makes me great for them. You know what I mean? So now I'm not, I'm also giving back at the same time. So it's like a 2-in-1 for me. And this organization is, I did paperwork, I spent money, we have gave our time that we'll never get back. And it's to the point that where this is like my child. So these 2 years, it's like I've been raising WAP, right? So I'm not gonna let anything happen to none of my kids. I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect them. I'm not gonna let nobody hurt them. I'm not gonna let nobody neglect them or none of that type of stuff. So I'm gonna die about my kids. And I feel the same way about this organization. My brothers, I'm gonna die about them. These kids, I'm gonna die about that. And we cut into the chase. That's what I did.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Straight to the chase.
Straight to the chase.
Yeah. For me, it's basically, I didn't grow up with a father. So the manhead is very needed, man. I got 5 boys in my household. Me and my wife got 8 kids merged. So I got 5 boys, all different ages. Like he said, so I deal with this outside of the boys group because I like to deal with the boys. I love those little girls. I got 3 girls, but give me those men that's gonna be the head of the house. You know what I mean? If you can mold them and get them in, because a lot of them is getting taken advantage of. So the fatherless, and like I said, I've been in that good book. We talk a lot about the fatherless kids, man.
Shout out to Good Book.
Well, I just said, you know,
Bible, B-I-B-L-E.
The overall is God. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
only way
Overall.
any of this is even transpiring.
Yeah,
Right? It's
for
just
sure.
but I'm just giving you intricate detail as far as why I feel that this is the most fruitfulest. Because a lot of people don't see their fruit. We gonna be able to see our fruit with these kids.
Right.
I believe this generation, if we don't grab them, the next generation is gonna be it's gonna be a loss, man. So we trying to grab this generation so we can rock them out and see them as far as fruit bearing. You know what I mean? Plant the seed, they might come back like I did. You know, I was cornerback. I left. I went to do my thing. All out on the streets, and now I'm here telling you, listen, man, and I remember you. Yeah, let's give you your flowers right now. You know what I mean? Cornerback. He no dad. Coach Turpin. I remember vivid lessons that I'll never forget. So I understand what a seed being planted and seeing a positive men, plural. You can't get around it. So I die about it.
Yeah,
I die about it.
I love it for sure. Appreciate that. I want to say real quick. I remember it took me back to one of those men's breakfasts we was doing down in Canton.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I was flying through this.
yeah, I remember you spoke a couple of
Uh-huh,
times
yeah.
on that same deal. Because you can go through so many things, but certain things stick out.
Yes, sir.
And then I got all boys.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
5 boys.
Mhm.
So I remember that.
Mhm.
And it's a great charge to man up to that. You see what I'm saying? I like the way Deion Sanders, we shout him out, like the work he doing in Colorado and then what he did in Jackson State. And he was like, well, y'all can press me as hard as y'all want, blah, blah, blah. Don't get mad at me because I answered my call. Like, I picked up the phone that was ringing and answered my call for life, or my call.
And it's hard.
Yeah, right. He was
Yeah.
like, y'all guys don't want to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
He was like, look, why you talking about me answering my call?
Right.
Like, basically, this is bigger than coaching. This is
Right.
an extra calling.
Yeah.
And he was like, boys don't want to pick up the phone because it's a collect call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you
Yeah, it's
something.
gonna change.
Oh, I
And
was
it's-
powerful. I was so powerful. He's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
it's a he's like, it's a collect call now.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you, so guys be.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want
Overseas too. This ain't no joint. You overseas.
It's an international phone
to do
call.
that. Yeah. So
That's excellent.
And that's pretty much where I stand with mine, man. Like, I feel like this was all God's plan, you know,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I had a dad. I didn't grow up in the same household with him,
yeah,
but he was a good dad to me. Whether he came later on in my life or whenever, you know what I'm saying? He was a great dad, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have him too long, and then me only having one kid is like I wanted multiple. Unfortunately, I got one, you know. But I being around all these kids, my dad loved kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know, like
he was a father.
he was a father to all the kids in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Dad, pull up. Let me show you how to do this airplane.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was,
yeah,
to me, it was just given, like
like
it was just
one more
embedded
chance.
in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
for you to do. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted to just give back and be a part of my community in some way. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I never knew what I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those kids that was like just doing stuff to either try to fit in or just doing it just to be cool or just doing it just cause, you know what I'm saying? But either way, after I got done doing it, it was like, man, this ain't me. This ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So,
you ain't got the passion.
but this is where it's at. You know
This is
what I'm saying?
it.
And this God's plan, man, like I would die about it. Like when it's that serious. So,
For sure.
so yeah, man,
Appreciate that. That was pretty powerful.
for sure.
So, I guess as we wrap up, is there anything you guys want to hit on? Any other tagline, websites, where they can catch you, where they can donate?
Donate, yeah, donate. We beggars, we're non-profit. We need money.
Yeah.
Yes,
A
donate,
little bit
man.
for kids.
Support, donate, man. You can donate. My Cash App is the same as the website. WAP Village, PayPal. Man, just go to our website, go to our pages, man. You can check out ways of how to donate,
Programs,
sponsor programs, events, all that, man. Workshop, whatever, collaborate, vendors, whatever, man. We open to all, man. So yeah, just hit us up, man.
Yeah, and y'all can support us by just coming to events or sharing flyers,
Just sharing,
sharing
yeah,
posts,
yeah,
whatever. That's
That's
it don't
support.
cost to support. So
For sure.
To the barbers, Let's use our platform.
Yeah.
Y'all probably already know. Bring the flyers. I do
Yeah,
advertising. That's always an open door. And then even to customers. This is kind of the idea I think God gave me beyond jumping into the podcast space. Just connect customers to each other. You'd be amazed how many customers I've been cutting for maybe 10 years, and they'll meet for the first time. That happened last week. That's actually where that Minnecanton thing comes from. I'm like, wow, y'all never knew each other? So I took it personal.
Yeah.
You ain't really taking full advantage of the platform I blessed you with.
Right.
It's way bigger than haircuts. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Connect these people and let's watch the city
Yeah.
take place. What is the lady's name? Miss Moline. Y'all met her yet?
Lori.
Lori
Lori
Moline,
Moline.
Yeah.
Did y'all connect?
Mentor Start.
Yeah. Any mentorship? I don't know.
Yeah, we connect.
She was trying to pay somebody, it sounded like, or share monies or something. I don't know. United Way. We never got all the way there. Then that wasn't our passion as far as
Right.
camp.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm saying, I'm sure there's some people in the group that you can connect, you know?
Yeah, that's
So,
sure.
all right, so hey, God bless y'all, man. I just want to say appreciate y'all.
Let us know how we can help you and support you.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Any event, man.
Just send shout outs,
Yeah.
you know. Send them
Oh,
out there.
we doing an alumni day. Talk
Okay.
about your alumni
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
bro.
Alumni Day, we only got, we was brief about that. So Alumni Day is in June. We're trying to figure out now between the schools, since this is going to be the first one, which school we're going to do it with, either Timken or McKinley.
Okay.
And we're just going to do McKinley, but it's like, you
They
know,
need Timken, man. Y'all
Timken
know.
ain't,
Shout
yeah,
out to
Timken needs
Timken.
something.
Shout out
yeah,
to-
shout
I
out
was a
to-
Trojan once upon a time,
Yeah,
on the
see,
coach
so-
side.
I was never
Yeah.
a Trojan.
Timken Trojans gave me my
Timken
first.
needs something though.
Don't they?
Yeah.
And there's
So-
a lot of history there.
Yes,
We're going to do, hopefully Timken, probably just going to do Timken, man.
So
But,
talk to me,
the
peel
de-
back the layers. What is Alumni Day?
So Alumni Day is pretty much a day. It's gonna be a 3-day event. It's an event where you represent your school and your class. It don't have to be all the same class. Now you could be different, graduated different years or whatever. But
Right.
you get your class together. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a captain for each class,
Okay.
and y'all come up with different whatever y'all want to do, how y'all want to work. You get your own little tent or whatever. Get y'all little jerseys or airbrush shirts with y'all
Yeah.
class and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come up with different ideas and stuff to do, games and activities. So on the first day, it's gonna be just pretty much just set up. You know what I'm saying? And greet and meet. You know what I'm saying? And everybody.
Where's this located at?
We haven't came up with a location
Okay,
yet.
but it's gonna be in June, right?
Yeah. for
Okay.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody comes first day. Everybody comes set up and mingle and network.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't seen each other in years or whatever.
Yeah.
Second day is gonna
Almost
be
like class reunion ish.
Yeah, for
Type
sure.
of-
It's a ish.
Yeah, ish.
Mhm.
That's
That's
you got
pretty
your
much-
own. You got your
that's
own.
pretty
You
much-
got your own twist to it.
Yeah,
You got everything. Every class got their own setup. So class of 01, I have their tent, they DJ, they barbecue grill.
Okay.
They
Like what class was
with
the
their
best?
shirt on, all that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So each class will have their setup like
Yeah, that's
that.
fine.
Yeah, it
And
is.
you'll have games, softball, kickball, flag
Mhm.
football, do a
Mhm.
picnic, you know what I mean? All type of
You gotta be on the
like
second day.
Yeah.
The game day and
Right.
kicking activities and stuff and
Mhm.
game and competition stuff. And third day would be pretty much just we got to break down, you know what I'm saying?
Wrapping up.
Wrapping up, taking pictures,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody saying their goodbyes or whatever. And
Yeah. That's good. I love it. I'm trying to think. I'll be praying for y'all on that.
So we're gonna
Venue
need
wise.
you
Venue line.
when we get to Glen Oak. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know you at Glen Oak, right?
Well, shout out.
For sure. Shout out
I
Glen
feel
Oak.
some type of
My
way.
mom is a
For
Glen
sure.
Oak alumni. so-
Was she?
Yeah.
What year?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seven, probably like, like 80.
Don't
seven-
mom
seven-
watch
Hey,
it.
hold on. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Mom
Don't
gonna
answer
watch
that.
it.
Yeah,
My baby on
she
there.
way back, man. But,
Yeah, back there.
yeah, so we gonna need you, man, and we get to Glen Oak.
appreciate it.
Even if you want to help out with any other events, but for sure
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the alumni day.
All around the Glen Oak guys up.
Yeah, round the Glen Oak
They play
guys
too
up.
much out there anyway.
Get
I'm
your
allowed to
year
talk
set
like
up,
that, you know?
man, and yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, hey, appreciate y'all, man, for the
Appreciate
time.
you, man.
I feel like we can do this all day. This easy for me.
Yeah,
Not the
easy
podcast piece, because I never
Just kicking it. Yeah.
considered barbershop platform. That's what
Yeah.
we do. It's talk. I like to think people pay me to talk, but I don't think that's true. But I enjoy what comes into the barbershop, who comes in the barbershop, and what's on the hearts and minds of our folks. That's what I love about the
So
barbershop.
the energy and the vibes, man. You know?
Yeah. So love y'all guys, man. God bless. Walking with a purpose size, extra large. You know what I'm saying? We'll post it up there somewhere. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So, man, I can't say thanks enough because really, you know how you dream about stuff and then you actually in it. So even this moment, I've been dragging my feet on this podcast, and it's really
I remember you
just
talking
turning the
about it,
cameras
man.
on.
Yeah, it's just turning the cameras on.
Yeah, be yourself. So appreciate y'all for helping me bring that to life.
Appreciation.
And forcing me to take the appointment. You see how my life be. Texting, hold on, let's switch it up.
No, and I was off. I'm thinking 9 o'clock. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, no, it pushed back for me too.
It worked out perfect for real. It actually worked out
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's cool.
It's all way.
Yep, like for me, because I'll be like haircuts or this or that, nice piece. So I got to start giving myself more appointments, like with new gigs, like this. Line them up.
Find something to do. That's all it is.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Keeping your mind on. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
How you feeling about Friday? You ready for Friday?
Oh, you know I am. I'm working every day.
Man, they should it's over. It's ball game.
I tell you what, I wasn't. That's a whole nother podcast. Y'all got time to sit down. Ryan Day still kind of.
Yeah,
if
we
you
just
try.
making it.
You know what I watched the other day was powerful after what was it? The day after the Ohio State Texas game. I went back and watched Dawes and Kenny Peterson.
Yeah.
In the Miami.
Yes,
National
bro.
Championship.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Treat
Yeah.
yourself to
Hey,
that.
that is one of the
Yes,
best national championship games because they was going at it the whole
And
game.
Kenny,
man.
shout out Kenny. You been downplaying yourself,
Sure.
cuz. Look, I knew you was
Yeah.
national championship. Maybe I was watching Maurice Claret too much because I'm a running back fan. But the home team, number one, we had about 3 guys on there. Dustin Fox, white guy, Glen Oak.
We got with Jamar Martin too.
Jamar was gone.
Oh, he was
Jamar
gone,
was
okay,
with
yeah.
the Cowboys, I think.
Okay.
So Kenny Peterson was on there. Mike Dawes, Dustin Fox. There was a kid by the name of C. Grant
Yeah, C. Grant
from
yep.
Philly.
Linebacker.
Black dude, number 6.
Yep.
He was all over the place. You see what I'm saying?
I gotta watch it, man.
Dawes got a pick in the game. I never knew until I went back in the national
And he hurt
championship.
McGahee. And
He hurt. That was his boy, Will Allen. Only reason why I know that, he brought him in town one year. I cut him in this shop, number 26. I'm like, you the dude
Broke
who came
him
up
up.
and broke his leg?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because it was about to get bad. Not hating.
Yeah.
I'm, home team, but I'm saying Willis McGahee's so slippery.
Yeah.
And he was turning up. They was tagging him, but he was slipping through there, and then he messed around and broke his leg about in half. That was crazy. But yeah, Kenny had about 2 or 3 sacks. Manhandling
back
guy.
out there, yeah.
Ken Dorsey yanking him by one, But it was a beautiful thing as far as that pit and that
was
get
a
after
great
it
game.
versus nowadays. Not hating them, but it's a different. They need to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
My kids was clowning like that. I think it's in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
In Atlanta.
Yeah.
So they like, we should go because we got some family down there. And I said, maybe. I'm like, hold on. Kenny probably could, because they gonna get him the green light on the sideline.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happened.
You know the first
what's up.
national championship Ohio State won 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is the first
college playoff. The first
one,
playoff
the first
that they
college
said.
playoff when they first
okay.
started. And this one is 10 years later, and this is the
The
first
first-
time they
Was that
started.
Carlos Hyde?
the-
Who was that?
Urban Meyer who was with them. He was the coach. I don't know what team. I can't remember who.
That's Zeke Elliott. Man.
Yeah, Zeke.
Yeah, it was Zeke.
Zeke
Yeah.
was Alabama.
Yeah.
No, they won the first one against Oregon.
Oregon.
No, yeah, it was Oregon. Yep.
Oregon.
Because it was Ohio State,
Marcus
Oregon,
Mariota.
Florida State, and somebody else in Georgia.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so, but I know they beat Oregon 10 years. They
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
Oregon at the first one. They were Urban Meyer was there.
That just gave me an idea for my next podcast. We'll get all the local Ohio State guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Y'all did that for me. Appreciate that.
Sure.
God bless you. I'm gonna get y'all the beat.
Wop, wop, wop.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wop, 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 wop.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Yes, sir. God
Have a good
bless you,
day.
man.
Oh.
That's what I'm